morning, everybody. I just wanted to talk to the camera for a little while and make a video speaking about the poor are rich. And this is my personal opinion, and I know I'm gonna have a lot of people that disagree with it, but when I say the poor are rich, you gotta understand something, man. I'm not talking about being on the sidewalk or being homeless or or not eating and stuff like that. I'm talking about, like, I've seen a lot of videos of people in the Amazon and people in the forest, and they have so little, but yet they're so happy. Yet, countries like America have everything, but then yet you got all of this suicide, you got all of these drug addicts, you got all these alcoholics, and usually these things indicate unhappiness. In my personal opinion, I just don't feel like our bodies were made to be working on a clock and on a system like this, to where we're forcing ourselves out of a slumber every morning. Like, that's one weird way to put it. Like, you're forcing yourself out of a slumber to stand on someone's plantation, because that's all it is. They just have another name for it. But you're standing on someone's plantation and you're working on a clock, sometimes 10 to 12 hours a day. Ain't even 8 hours no more. Sometimes it's 10 to 12 hours a day. And you're on their clock and you can't move. You must stay there. Sometimes the lunch breaks aren't free. I've been there. Like, and when I say free, I mean there's no free time. You swallowing your damn food down in like 5-10 minutes, and then you got to get right back up and go back out, or you got to go right back up and go back to your plantation. We have so much health complications here. The food is bad. It's just really bad. But then yet, I look at people in the Amazon. They're healthy. They eat their food from the ground, the trees. Some of them even like grow their own stuff with ancient knowledge. They're able to grow their own stuff and do their own thing. I was watching how the people were like in the water, and like they were like swimming around in the pond. I mean, they were having a good old time, and they live longer. And a lot of the time, like I said, our terminology of being rich is all wrong, man. I feel like in my personal opinion, this whole thing is a demonic system. I just never. Now, I'm not saying that you were made to not work. I mean, we're all made to work, but you're made to be fruitful. And being fruitful is not all about laying down and reproducing. Being fruitful it goes way beyond that. How can we really be fruitful? How can we really be a contribution to the world if we're on a 9 to 5 every day? In my personal opinion, it's like we work to live, but then we don't live because you're working. So how can you live if your life is based on a certain place every single day, all day? See, these are things that I constantly think on and I constantly think about, because most of us will never live in a time where we'll ever be free. Most of us will die this way. Most of us will die on our jobs. I don't mean literally at the job. That's not what I mean. I mean, most of us, when we die, you'll belong to someone's workplace. Most of us will never be entrepreneurs. It's just the way it goes. But you work all your life to build up someone else, and then you have nothing for yourself or nothing for your family to pass down. So these are things to really think about. These, praying, ask God for direction, because that's what